we have completed average power and plant load factor PLF, and in this presentation we will study plant capacity factor. Plant capacity factor is represented by PCF, which is an abbreviation of plant capacity factor, and it is equal to average power over the plant capacity. Plant capacity is represented by P subscript C, and it is also known as installed capacity. Now to calculate PCF, the first thing we have to do is to calculate the average power. We already know how to calculate the average power. We will first find out the area under the curve, and in this particular case, for this load curve, the area under the curve is equal to 2525 megawatt hour, and once we have the area under the curve, we will divide it by the total time. The total time is equal to 24 hours. So when you divide 2525 megawatt hour by 24 hours, you will get the average power, and it is equal to 105.2 megawatt. So we have the average power, and now we will divide it by the plant capacity. Plant capacity or the installed capacity is generally given with the problem. Like in this case, it is equal to 200 megawatt. So we will divide 105.2 megawatt by 200 megawatt, and it will give us PCF, and you can see it is less than 1. So in practical cases, the plant capacity factor is less than 1, and in ideal case PCF should be 1. This means average power must be equal to the plant capacity. So this is the small introduction about the plant capacity factor. You can follow this to find out the plant capacity factor, and this is one way to calculate the plant capacity factor. Now we will talk about other way to calculate the plant capacity factor. You already remember what is plant load factor. We completed it in the last lecture. Plant load factor, it was equal to average power over the maximum power. Maximum power in this case is 150 megawatt. Now let us talk about three terms. First one is average power, second one is plant capacity, and the third one is maximum power. Average power is the average amount of power a generating station or multiple generating stations has to supply over one day. 24 hours is one day. So for one day, the average amount of power required is known as average power. PC is the installed capacity. For example, we are having one generating station, and one generating station is having the installed capacity of 200 megawatt. So 200 megawatt is the maximum amount of power the plant can provide. So this is what we call installed capacity. It is very simple to understand the word installed capacity. You have installed a power plant with this capacity. In this case, the maximum load is equal to 150 megawatt. It is less than the installed capacity. So 150 is the maximum amount of power the power plant has to supply in one day. You can see it is from 12 hours to 15 hours. The maximum power 150 megawatt. So from 12 hours to 15 hours, power plant has to supply this maximum amount of power. So I think these three terms are clear to you. Now we will talk about PLF. It is equal to P average over P maximum. I will multiply the numerator by the total time and also the denominator by the total time. So in numerator we have P average multiplied with the time. This is energy, because energy is equal to power multiplied with time. In denominator we have P maximum multiplied with time. This is also energy. Now let us talk about what type of energy these two are. P average into T is the energy produced in total hours. This is the actual energy produced in total hours. This means in 24 hours the energy produced is given by P average multiplied with the time T. I will write this down. Energy produced in total hours is given by P average multiplied with time T. P maximum into time t is the energy able to produce as per P max in total hours. This is not the actual energy, but we can produce this energy if the power plant will run to provide a power of 150 megawatt. If the power plant is continuously providing a power of 150 megawatt, which is P max, throughout the day, this means 0 to 24 hours, we can get this energy. So this is energy power plant is able to produce as per P max, the maximum power in total hours. So this is how we can write the plant load factor. I will do the same thing in case of plant capacity factor also. Plant capacity factor is equal to average power over the plant capacity. Now I will multiply total time to P average and I will multiply total time to plant capacity. In this way we have multiplied total time to numerator as well as denominator. P average multiplied with T is the same thing, actual energy or energy produced in total hours. I will write it, energy produced in total hours over PC multiplied with T is the energy able to produce as per PC in total hours. In this case it was P max, in this case it is PC. In this case we had energy able to produce as per P max. In this case we will have energy able to produce as per PC in total hours. So I will write it quickly, energy able to produce. We are not producing this energy, but our power plant is able to produce this energy as per the plant capacity in total hours. This means 24 hours. So this is the second way to find out the plant capacity factor. This was the first way, and we will solve this problem. We will find out plant capacity factor using the first way as well as the second way. From first way we have already written PCF is equal to 105.2 megawatt over 200 megawatt. If you calculate it, you will find PCF is equal to 0.526, or we can write 52.6%. Now let us calculate the plant capacity factor using the second way. The energy produced in total hours is simply the area under the curve, which is equal to 2525 megawatt hour. So in numerator we will have 2525 megawatt hour, and energy able to produce as per PC in total hours is simply 200 megawatt multiplied with 24 hours. So this area will give us energy able to produce as per PC in total hours. So 200 multiplied with 24 megawatt hour, this is equal to 2525 over 4800. When you solve it, you will get 0.526 or 52.6%. This is same as the answer we got using the first way. So this is all about the plant capacity factor. The important thing is the second way to write the plant capacity factor, because in your exam you may have problem based on this result. So if you have any doubt, you may ask in the comment section. I will end this lecture here. See you in the next one.